Hi and welcome to Behind the Fame. My name is Gilda Naibe, your host. You know, we like to bring you the personalities behind the names. And one of the biggest names that we've had on the show, we know her as Charlene Ruto, the first daughter of the Republic of Kenya. But she is much more than that. She is an activist for the youth, and she is a young farmer. She does bee farming. So we're going to join her. We've been with her from yesterday when she was doing her philanthropy, and we're with her again today. So come with us, and I'll let her also introduce herself. And yeah, just come join the fun.
I'm an ordinary girl in an extraordinary space with an extraordinary platform. That's really how I describe myself. Because with everything that comes with being Charlene, there's a path that I've chosen to take. I've chosen to support the young people. I love the young people of this country and of Africa, to support them in their different initiatives, to get deep into farming and be a serious beekeeper. I've always loved good, organic, natural honey. Always, I have. I've always had a fetish for it. And I've always known where to get good, organic honey. But I thought to myself, why not start a project where I can actually be part of bringing good honey and having good honey within our country and within Africa. So as I thought about that, I thought only about the honey part. But sometime last year, I met a very interesting guy, and he had a tattoo of a bee right between his eyes, on his forehead. He had a tattoo, yes, he did, right on his face. And it's somebody that I've known for a while, so I'd not seen him for a long time, and I see the tattoo, and I asked him, what exactly is going on here? And he had become a very, very serious beekeeper. So he started teaching me about beekeeping, and that's how I moved away from even just being somebody who sells or has bees to produce honey to actually taking care of bees.
Yesterday we got to see you in your space, in your element. I got to observe you. I think you're very personable. You're very you're lively, you're very communicative. So maybe this can all start from back in the beginning, growing up, right? What is your earliest recollection of your childhood?
My family has always been a big part of my life, both when I was young and now. I come from a big family. We have many kids, and I totally love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So growing up, I always used to see my parents very involved in our lives, but at the same time giving us that independence. For example, to choose what we want to study and just giving us that guidance along the way. So my family really is a big part of where I've been from the time I was a child, and they've really held my hand and supported me through my journey.
I want to talk about university. Why did you choose this? You could have gone to America, you could have gone to Britain, you could have actually gone anywhere you want, right? But you decided to go to Daystar. Why did you come to that conclusion?
First of all, my parents, as I said, my family play a big role in my life. And my parents really believe in the Kenyan system, and as do I. I've really come to appreciate it. But my big sister is one of my biggest mentors in my life. And so when I moved from high school, she had already spotted that I was good in communication. So she's the one who told me, I know the best university for you to go to if you want to study communication. So she helped me apply, and I got into Daystar. That's how that decision came about, through a lot of mentorship and support.
There's this story, people keep asking whether you really were doing some business in school, whether you're doing smocha, I don't know whether they were there then. Is that story true?
Yeah, I don't know why people would think I'd make up a story. What would be the point of making up that story? And I think, when I shared the story of how I was selling smoky kachumbari, what really I realized is, for us politicians' kids, I mean, there's so much expectation or thought or misconceptions of who we are. But imagine we're just people. We want to make our own way in life. We want to have our own successes. And so when I was in Daystar University and I was doing that business, it was for my own sake. It was for me to learn something and get something for myself. And I think through the little experience I have, because I'm 30 years old now, I've learned the sweetest money is the one you make for yourself. It's not the one you're given as pocket money. It's not the one someone gifts you, but that which you make for yourself. And that's the money you're actually most responsible with. Because when somebody gives you money, maybe you are not expecting it, so you'd spend it on your leisure activities. But when it's money you've made, then you're very keen to spend it on things that are responsible.
And I can tell, like, you're a communications person. We can see each other. Like, I can tell, because when we went to the school yesterday,
yes,
and I heard you speaking, I was like, you're very good at communicating with others.
I like that this is a mixed school. I'm rarely invited to mixed schools. Sijui mbona nainvitiwa to girls schools. I think the only boys school nimeinvitiwa ni Maseno. Na wavulana walikuwa wengi. Hata mimi nikisema hi, wasema hello. Ilikuwa too much.
And it's a gift, right? And so how have you been able to cultivate this gift from what you've learned to school to who you are now? I can say that, like, obviously it has helped, but how has it been transforming it from just what you learned into school? Have you said do you think it has helped with speaking to other people now?
I really think it has, because I did some public speaking classes when I was in university, and I even assisted. After I finished, I assisted in the next class. I was the assisting lecturer, and as well practice. I was taught to always practice. So even after university, I'd put my siblings together and I practice a speech in front of them. I practice in front of the mirror. Reading a lot also helped, because then you have the content already with you. But as you said, it's a gift, and I think it's something God-given, even on how we communicate. So it starts from the gift, but continuing to nurture it.
Do you ever think that you could have your own show? I really think, like, I can see that
Really?
is something possible. Yeah.
For
The
real?
Charlene Ruto show, or just the Charlene show, like where you have people, because you there's so many things you're championing. Which are, you could tell us?
Earlier this year, I reached out to the young people because I didn't want to go out and do my own thing just by myself. There's something my mother always taught me, that if you want to go far, you go alone. But if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with others.
Together. That's true.
So I reached out to the young people and I asked them how we can work together and what they'd like me to support them in. And I'm about to release my strategy of the 30 things I'm going to be working on by the young people. And just yesterday, I released the 3 thematic areas that they'll sit under. So this will be youth in action. I don't want to spill the beans in advance and say what that will entail. But youth in action, youth and the society, and climate action and agriculture. I think you'll see, or you've seen my beekeeping project, and that's something I'm super passionate about. But as well, through my foundation, encouraging the young people to go back to farming, that's through SMARC's foundation. And at the epitome of it is, how do I generally support the young people? How do I empower them? And that's why yesterday at the school, we were talking to the young people there and empowering them in as much as we went to grow trees together. But how do we empower the young people? And I'm also very passionate about our young women because my mother deals with women and women economic empowerment. She does such a fantastic job. And I thought, why not support by dealing with the young women? Because there are different issues that the young women still face. And I see it a lot when I come to different counties and I visit different schools, because you can see there's still a challenge with things like menstrual health. There's still a challenge with things like sexual education. There's still a challenge with teenage pregnancies, and it breaks my heart. It literally breaks my heart to think that there's a young sister of mine somewhere who is about to sit for her exams and she's pregnant. How is her future going to be? How is the future of that child going to be? And for me, in my own space and capacity, how can I make a difference for them? You have a supportive community that you can come to, Sindio. So let's avoid teenage pregnancy, and it's something I've talked about with the governor of this great county. And to me, in my heart breaks when I hear about the level of teenage pregnancy in this county. So naomba kama wasichana, hi. Hi, mkopo warembo. You have the power to say no. Let me hear you say it. Say no. Say no. You have that power.
Congratulations, I know you just got your certificate in Kenyan Sign Language.
Yes,
so
thank
someone
you.
asked me to ask you, is there sheng in Kenyan Sign Language?
Yes, there's sheng. There is.
What?
There is.
You can actually, like the sheng that people speak, there's a version of that in sign language.
Yes, there is. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So the official way to show pregnancy is this.
Yeah.
In Kenyan Sign Language.
Yeah.
But the sheng is this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just one example. There are different ways that the young people who are deaf
Talk.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like it's just like us.
Yes.
There's a way we talk, there's a way our parents talk. It's not the same kind of thing.
Exactly.
So you had to go through just learning the Kenyan Sign Language, but also learning the sheng. So you're able to some of it. How difficult was that? Because I want to know if it's something that everyone can be able to do.
Yes, it's something everyone can learn, but I'd advise anyone who's planning to learn Kenyan Sign Language, first you have to have the passion.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't do it because your organization wants you to do it or other people are forcing you to do it.
Yeah.
You need to do it because you're passionate, because it needs a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
And one thing I used to discover after my class, I used to get so tired mentally. And it's because I think there's a part of my brain that was not being exercised, that now when I was learning Kenyan Sign Language, it needed to be exercised, because you receive the information, for example, in English, but you have to use your hands to communicate. So that was something that was so interesting, but I'd advise anybody who is interested and passionate to definitely do it, but also to do it through the right organizations that that have classes and schools and credited organizations, not just any mushrooming one.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about social media. Right? You know, I don't know if you know. Also, for me, I've handled social media has been good and bad to me. Because of also my parents. I don't know if I told you,
You've not told me.
My mom is married to Guardian Angel, the musician. I don't know if you know. So we've gone through the highs and lows of social media. So I know also with you, social media has been also here and there.
Yes.
So how do you manage with social media?
You know, it's interesting. Let me also share a short story about this. The other day, I was in my hometown, Eldoret, and I'd entered for me, I go anywhere that I want to.
Yeah.
So I entered a random shop because I needed to buy some equipment for my bee houses. I wanted us to do proper records of the bee houses. So I was buying the big paper so that we can write on it. So I went to a stationery shop run by some Indians. So I went to it and I was getting things and they were all looking at me and then they're asking me, Madam, ni wewe? I'm like, ni mimi nani? Simuulize tu. They're like, ngoja ulipe alafu tuone. So I paid by M-Pesa and they're like, ni wewe, uko salama? So I greeted them and I was getting the things out. I was with a friend of mine. So one of the people who was helping us get the things was whispering to my friend, hey, hata siwezi msalimia, because I told her on Twitter and she might remember me.
Yeah.
But I don't
You don't know them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this is the thing.
And the things that they'll say on Twitter, you don't know this user number 1645.
No.
You know, and it shouldn't. So for you don't take it to heart.
So I don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Because everyone is entitled to an opinion. People have different opinions. And because I am associated politically, there are people who love that, there are people who hate that.
Of course.
But that is something that's a part of who I am. It's not something I can change. I have embraced it.
So now I want to play a game with you. This is a game I always play with my guests. It's just a fun way of getting to know you a bit, right? So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. So I'll say, would you rather this or would you rather that?
Okay.
And then you'll just tell me.
All right.
The first one, Would you rather live in the city or in like the country like this?
I mean,
We're
Gilda.
here. And now it's so peaceful. Me, I just want to stay. Like the thought
Gilda.
of driving back to Nairobi today is like it's not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather live in a cold place or like extremely cold place or extremely hot place?
Extremely hot. I love the beach.
Yeah.
I love the ocean. So I love going to the coast. Kwanza Kenya, we don't know the gem that we
Yeah.
have in our coastal regions.
What's your
So
favorite
definitely
part of
hot.
Which place in coast? Watamu, Mombasa,
Lamu.
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 Yeah.
Lamu.
Peaceful. Imagine I've never been.
You've not? If you talk
You'll
to me
take me?
nicely, I'll take you.
You'll take me.
Maybe our next interview will be there.
You. Okay. Would you rather clean or cook?
I would rather clean.
You don't like cooking as much.
I like cooking, but I like cleanliness more.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have somebody who's cooking,
Yeah.
and then I'm cleaning. Kwanza dishes, I don't like seeing dirty
Yeah.
dishes.
You
I
like
would
a
rather
clean
do that.
space. Like
I love a clean space.
Okay. Would you rather be extremely short or extremely tall?
I think extremely short.
Yeah, because extremely tall. Okay, we're already quite short.
Yeah.
So we know what it's like. Would you rather walk, like you said, this one I know. I was gonna say walk in a group or walk alone, but I'm guessing walk in a group. because
Work in a group,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
You said the importance of it is, like you said, to grow together. Like
Yes,
your mom said,
we get to grow together, and also I think for us to achieve more, we can't do it by ourselves.
Would you rather someone call you or text you?
Text. Oh, I'd rather text.
I don't
I get
like calls.
so stressed when people call me too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I'll just watch the phone. Unless it's something serious, I'll just watch you call.
You watch it ring.
Yeah. Would you rather a private, let's say you're getting engaged to, right? Would you rather it be private, just you and your person, or like a public one where there's everyone involved?
Definitely private. It's our moment.
Yeah.
It's the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have our moment, and then we can meet up with people after.
Yeah.
Because maybe there are things I want to say in that moment that I
That's
can't say when
special.
when
Yeah.
there are many people around.
So obviously the people who are they're gonna come for me if I don't ask. If we're gonna ever see a wedding coming soon, we saw one with your sister. Is there ever going to be one on the way? That's why we have to wait kidogo.
We wait and pray, not
Even
just
me, I've
wait.
been waiting and praying. I said, find God, find yourself, and then find me.
I love that.
Yeah. That's
I love
where I'm
that.
at
That's
with
a
that.
good one.
Okay.
I'll pick that one from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Gilda.
I really enjoyed myself. Like we've been here from yesterday, and we're still gonna come with you for some of your projects.
Yes.
Come along, plant some trees, see how you're talking with the girls and the boys of this area. And first of all, like I'm such a big fan, and I've been following you. So just to have you on my show, it's been amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me too.
All right.
Yeah.
So I like to always end it with like a hug or a big high five.
Let's do the hug.